Hello everyone, this is Crow, and I'm going to attempt to do my first video game review. Now, before I get started, I'd just like to explain that on my channel I have lots of quick clip videos, and the purpose of those videos is just to show clips of the games without any interruptions or distractions, just clips so you get a feel of what the game is. Been meaning to do these reviews kind of for a while, and I was kind of on the fence about it because there are plenty of reviews on YouTube already, and I didn't know how well they'd turn out, but I'd figure I'd give it a shot now anyway. Also, I didn't really think I had a microphone, but then I realized, hey, got Rock Band, and that came with a microphone nobody uses, and it works just fine. Let me just explain that the quick clip videos, it was just a way for me to play all the games I have. I've got over 1,000 games, and I haven't played most of them. And I guess these reviews are kind of the next step in it. I still plan on doing quick clip videos for all the games I can, but I may do reviews for each of them too. I don't know, we'll see how this goes. And that's about it, so let's start the review for Global Defense for the Sega Master System. Now I want to start off with the title screen for this game, because I think it's pretty cool for an 8-bit game. Here we have the Master System logo, but we got the city, and something comes in, and I think the explosion's kind of cool, the flashing, and then title screen comes in. But wait, let's go back a little bit. Is it just me, or does this scene seem a little bit familiar? We have an object flying in, appearing to hit one of two towers, an explosion. Yeah, I think it does look like something, but I won't dwell on that any further. Let's just get to the gameplay. Yeah, this game is kind of like Missile Command, but with a slight twist. As you can see, I'm positioning a cursor around the screen, aiming where I want my shots to go. But it's not the shots that are actually destroying the objects, it's the explosions. And the resulting explosions in turn destroy other things. And that's actually a pretty cool idea, especially since you could fire a lot of shots on screen at once. Now, you're wondering, if I'm positioning the cursor around the screen, how am I moving the satellite? Well, the twist to that is that you actually have to hold down the one button to move the satellite. And while you're doing that, you can't move the cursor. So it kind of takes some getting used to, because sometimes you'll be wanting to move the cursor and you'll be moving the satellite. But after a while, it's not too hard to get used to. Now each level is split into two halves. There's the offensive half and the defensive half. What you're seeing here is the offensive half, where your satellite is orbiting a planet and trying to destroy as many objects as you can. And you need to do that because for each object that passes you, that meter at the bottom of the screen fills up. If it gets filled up all the way, I think the game is just automatically over. But I'm actually not too sure about that. At the end of the level, a space shuttle comes by and picks you up. Now the funny thing was that when that space shuttle first came by, I was trying to destroy it. I didn't realize that it was the end of the level. But then you get to take it to a stat screen, and then what you see here is the defensive half. And basically, it's just a static screen with incoming missiles. And actually, this is a little bit harder than the offensive stage. You could just park yourself in one location and just fire like mad. I don't know if it's possible to actually get all the missiles in this stage. Let's fast forward a little bit and show some gameplay of a harder level. Alright, what we have here is the third level, and it is a little bit harder. There are more missiles, they come in at different angles, there are more turrets that look like they're on the planet. What I haven't yet mentioned is there are power-ups. There's a power-up floating on the screen right now. You actually have to touch those power-ups. I made a mistake of shooting them at first, that doesn't do anything. But it seems like the power-ups, there seem to be about 3 different ones, and they either reduce the meter at the bottom of the screen, they also make your explosions bigger. I really don't know. There might be one to make you faster. I'm not really sure. I just noticed some slight differences. But that's pretty much the game. It's a very simple almost generic type game. The music isn't bad, but it is repetitive. I mean, if I had to rate this game, I would rate it above average. On a scale from 1 to 100, where 50 is average, I'd have to give it like a 65. It's not bad. It's not worth going out and hunting down, but if you could get the game really cheap, for say $3 or $4, I'd say go for it. Yeah, I made it about 3 levels into this game. I think I'm heading into the defensive half of the 3rd level, which is where I died. So let's fast forward a bit and witness the end of my game. Oh yeah, the game has one of these game over screens with a melody that never seems to end. It just keeps going. I think it does end eventually, but just kind of interesting.